I'm on a mission to teach coaches and entrepreneurs how to make more, work less, hire their funnel, and let the funnel do the work. If you're ready, join me on Monetize with Marcus podcast. So who are the people? Who's people that were willing to pay me whatever I'm charging for my course, my program, my services? How do I set this up? So what I'm going to show you is how to figure out who your dream client, ideal audience is. Who is your product, here's the best way to word it, attracted to? Because whenever you're creating something that you're going to sell, much like how you as a person have something that everyone loves, let me do it this way. You ever listen to a song and everybody thought it was great, but you thought it was horrible? The song is not horrible or great. It depends on who's listening to it. So when you create products, services, programs, if you figure out who it's for, it will determine who's attracted to that product, that service. So let's dig into it. We're going to walk through 5 things that I want you to write down. It's going to show you how to pinpoint who you actually want to sell it to. So let's use an example. I want you to first locate where they are. So you already have your PSSP. You already have chosen your OTO, your one thing offer. But let's pinpoint them. Where are they? I'm going to use me as an example. If I was going to do a done-for-you service that teaches people how to run ads, I would not do that for somebody that's just getting started in business. Why? Because they haven't tested their offer yet. They don't know their audience. They don't know their messaging. So they will be running ads to what exactly? To an Instagram page? So first I would tell them, before I could run ads for you, let's figure out who your audience is. Let's figure out what we're selling to make sure we're not just throwing money at something we can't make that money back. So I already know for what I'm selling, let's pinpoint where they are and what they need to have. Okay? Let's make it easier. If you know that they are on step 3, you don't sell them step 0, but you first have to know where they are. So here's what we're going to do. First thing, levels of locating a person, we're going to figure out where are they in their journey. Are they starting? Are they starting is number 1. Are they stuck is number 2. Are they stranded is number 3. You ready? Are they stranded is number 3. Number 4. Are they scaling? And number 5, are they successful? I'm going to do it again. Are they starting? This is just locating where they are. When we locate where they are, we'll be able to sell to them. So follow me. Are they starting? I'm going to unpack it. Are they starting? Are they stuck? Are they stranded? Are they scaling? Or are they successful? Now, what does that mean in a business context? Let's say if you're a coach that helps people generate income. Let's use me. If they're starting, that means this is a person that's at 0. They are just in their process. They don't know what to do first. They don't know what to do next. So if you know you help people with life coaching, they've never paid for life coaching before, you know you help people that are starting. Now, if you listen to this, you say, Marcus, I don't want people that are starting. I want people that's further along. You X that off. Notice how you're locating where they are to determine how you're going to market to them. So are they starting? If we're talking about business, this might be someone that doesn't have an LLC yet. This might be a person, if we're doing real estate, a person that's never closed their first deal. They don't even know the terminologies. They don't know what's a comp. So you know if you work with this person, you're going to have to define those terms. But if I'm working with somebody that's not starting, but let's say at the end of their journey they're successful, I'm not going to start defining terms. A LLC is, you say that to somebody that's starting, not someone that's successful. Get what I'm going now? I'm locating where they are to determine what I'm offering. I don't need to offer basic information to somebody that's already doing it. So here's what we're going to do. You're going to look at what you're offering right now, your knowledge, your course, your program, your service, and say, okay, do I want to work with people that are starting? If I do, then I need to make sure I have some elements that explain how to get started. Now, what is somebody that's stuck? Working with somebody that's stuck is someone who got started seeing some results, but their business now is at a standstill. So let's use somebody let's give an example. Person who wrote a book. The book sold a couple thousand copies. They made $10,000, but now sales slowed down. No one's signing up. They don't know what to do next. All they knew how to do was create it and launch it, but they don't know how to continue to grow it. So now, let's just say you're strategic with that, and you say, well, I know how to get a person to turn their book into a coaching program, from a coaching program into a business, and leverage that into college speaking engagement, tours, and build a brand. That means you can help somebody that's stuck. So let's say for me, person now launches their business, they make some money, And they say, Marcus, I'm stuck. I don't know how to keep growing this thing. Business operations, sales, marketing. How does this whole funnel piece work? How do I keep selling the same thing over and over and over and again? That means if I have that skill set, I'm going to now say, see how I'm pinpointing each person. Person that started needs something totally different from the person that's stuck. So I'm going to say, I'm going to create something for the person that's stuck to show them how to go from, let's use an example, a person that's stuck at $3,000 a month and they're trying to go to $10,000. They're stuck. So I can now create the offer, the process, and the messaging to communicate with them. So when they hear me talking, they're like, yeah, that's me. Hey, are you a person that's making money in your business, but you've yet to cross the 5-figure ceiling, and you're trying to figure out, how do I consistently make 5 figures or more? Now my call to action speaks directly to where they are. Do you see how we're locating who to sell it to? Third thing. Okay, I'm going to just stop right there. I bet I'm boring you. You in your car, you got me on your laptop and you on your phone scrolling. All right, are you started? Stuck? Like your pinpoint, you ought to be using this for your business. Whatever if you're a dermatologist, I don't care if you do cosmetology, if you do hair, who are you helping? Are you helping people that are starting? Are you helping people that are stuck? Are you helping people that are that next level stranded? What's stranded? They don't know where they are. They just know it's not working. So you ever talk to someone and you say, or even this might be you. You're like, hey, so what do you need in your business? You're like, I don't know. I just need to do something. That the more questions the person asks you, you don't know what step to take. You don't know what's not working. You don't know your numbers. If I ask you, hey, in your best week ever, how many sales did you have? You're like, a lot. You don't know the exact number. If I say, hey, tell me your process. How does a person work with you? You say, oh, they click the link in my bio. No, how do they get to the link in your bio? Social media. How do they find you on social media? I don't know. That's a person that's stranded. They can't pinpoint. They quit their job. Let's use my context. They quit their job. They're in business, but they know they're not making enough money to hire anybody. They also don't know how to grow their income. They don't know what to do next. So here's my question to you. In your business model, do you have a solution for somebody that's completely lost? They're like, I just know what I'm doing not working, but I don't know what to do next. That means you would need an intake form to assess where they are. For me, I can look at any one business and I can ask the right questions to figure out where they are. So I can look at it and say, okay, tell me where you are. Okay, what are you trying to do? You trying to sell a product? What's the issue? Do we not have leads, sales? Do we want more customers, more sales, or both? Okay, perfect. Let's just say your person already has a funnel. And you're like, they taking my lead magnet, but they're not buying anything. Okay, that's a person that's stranded. They don't know why the person isn't doing it. So I can look and go 3 levels deep to say, okay, first I'm going to check their messaging. Second, I'm going to check their offer. Third, I'm going to check their marketing. That means I can help somebody that's stranded go from stranded in their business to then progressing on. That's 3. Now the 4th thing is, let's just say a person is scaling. What does that mean? They're making money consistently in their business, but they're trying to figure out, how do I scale this thing? Like, Marcus, the most people I can work with is 10 or 20 or 30. How do I take this from that to automating it to be able to now make more money predictably and work less? What does that look like? Now I can come in and say, I'm going to teach you how to scale from where you are, where I can remove it. Let's just say scaling is hiring people. If I work with a client, I teach them how to create a coaching program and they're making $100,000. What if they want to move away from being the only person to hiring other coaches to do it? What if they want to move into hiring employees? That's scaling, putting those systems and pieces in place. At my level of business, I can help somebody scale. I've got employees, so I can show them how to do that. I can show them tax breaks and hacks and ways to reinvest back into their business, how to run marketing campaigns, how to automate, set up standard operating procedures. See how we talking about multiple different levels now. And that last level, number 5, that last level is somebody that's successful. What does that mean? Everything they're doing is working, but now they're trying to figure out, with everything working, what's the next level or how do I maintain it? Here's my number 1 goal for me in my business, to fire myself. So imagine, how do you fire yourself if you don't have SOPs, standard operating procedures? How do you put in things in place that make sure that you can pay yourself, pay your staff? What's your contracts look like? When you're talking about scaling at a large level, do you have a sales team? How do you build your operations out? How do you estimate your taxes? Like, we're now talking about running a large corporation at this point. So now, do I say, Mark, okay, I built it to this level. What happens next? So notice these are 5 levels of ways that you can help people. Now for your business, I'm going to give you an exercise. I want you to pinpoint Now, the question you probably ask is, Marcus, can you help people at more than one level? Yes. But for me and my business, let's say I don't work one-on-one with people that's starting. I create digital products for them so they can get my ideas but not my time. Because at this point in my business, I don't have the patience to help people that's starting. You can sell to someone at all levels, but you first got to figure out at what level do you want to help them and how you want to do that. So who to sell it to, I want you to pinpoint where is your customer in their journey, and you are then going to start thinking about, why do I tell you to do this? Because this is like doing an inventory of your skill set. If you pinpoint somebody that's stuck or stranded, you then got to figure out what can you teach them based on that, and that's going to help you do an inventory of who can you actually help, who do you work with.